Saint Germain is leading this video, this week's connection, because this is really his area of, as being a ascended master and working with planet Earth and working on all of our issues. He is the one who is, that guy's taking his time going by the site, hold on. He is the one who is in charge of helping us reach Christ consciousness, or cosmic consciousness, as we talked about last time. So this week we want to talk about how do we create, I have to read it because how do we create our light paradigm? Meaning, how do we change the reality of what 3D has been all this time, all this millennium? So that's what we're going to talk about today. So let's get our cosmic thrust oil. Take one drop, bring it into our energy field. That's good. And then cup our hands together. And take that deep breath in, connecting heaven and earth. No more of that solar plexus. And it'll let us transcend time and space together. So last time we talked about, actually that would be a perfect example of that. We talked about Christ consciousness, cosmic consciousness, and how you feel the vibration of all things. And you are connected in that vibration with all things. This is a very simple way for us to start to develop that inner connection through the vibration of the oils. They very much help you connect interdimensionally or just vibrationally with other things. So I love Saint Germain. He's a pretty funny dude. I guess a lot of people don't think of him as funny, but I do. And he thinks that's a compliment. So we have Saint Germain, Jaculin, Lord Khatumi, and Lord Mahay today. One of the things about expanding your consciousness from the golf ball to at least a beach ball size consciousness is that you start to view things differently. You start to change your paradigm. The things that you thought were okay, even just racially, the things that we thought were okay to say, we were very callous and oblivious to other people's feelings. The example I always think of is when I was a kid. You remember, people used to just throw their trash outside the window of their car, and everything was dirty, and parking lots were full of ashtrays from cigarette butts. So then there became an awareness, because it started to get really junky around here, that maybe Mother Earth wasn't going to take care of all our trash for us in a timely manner. So then they said, well, you can't litter. And the word litter became part of our vocabulary. And you can't dump your junk because it's convenient for you. Again, selfish. And you don't think about the earth or other people and making it dirty for other people to see. Even though that's a very limited amount of expanded consciousness, it is expanded consciousness. Because now, who would think of littering? I hope not. We're very aware, we're very conscious of that. But it wasn't a learned behavior without a fine or a penalty for being caught. And that's very 3D. That's very 3D. Having to teach you through punishment. In 5D, that does not exist. In 5D, everyone behaves harmoniously because they're harmonious. So we wouldn't do anything like litter or hurt another person. Because again, if I'm connected to you vibrationally, why would I hurt you if I'm going to feel that vibration as well? I understand that I have hurt you, that causes pain. But ignorance and arrogance doesn't understand that another person has pain. They only understand what they feel and what they want. So as we create our new paradigm of light, our new world, which as we're in this vibrational opening, this window of intensity, it's really intense. Please make sure you get enough sleep, for one thing, because you're being worked on. This is true. Because we have to save the day. How do we do that? By changing our paradigm, by breathing light in every breath that we do. So, Saint Germain is worked on increasing our consciousness. He was a main figure in the New Age movement, you know, and the ducks are still extremely happy. So Saint Germain was extremely prominent in the New Age community and putting out certain messages. He's actually a very quiet, private kind of person, being. So he likes being the teacher, and he likes expressing expandedness in who and what he is. He's very much an expanded being. So as we expand, and we expand our consciousness, we learn more and more about how to achieve all things. Material, in the fifth, materialism is not something we even consider, because if you want something, you're able to manifest it. And he, in his life, was a master manifester, which might have gotten him in a tiny bit of trouble, but who cares? But a masterful manifester. And he likes to teach us that, particularly in manifesting prosperity. He's a good teacher for that. Because in the fifth, it is not a monetary system. It is a sharing system. And I don't know how to explain that very well, because in your paradigm, you're going to put one of those words on it. And it's not that. It's everything is done through love. We are very busy, and everyone has a quest, and everyone has a purpose. And it's all about expanding and sharing and loving, because in the fifth we truly master compassion. So here, how do we change our paradigm? You watch the news and they start talking about all the horrible things in the world, and your vibration goes right down into the toilet, because now you're like, oh my God, what are we going to do? What are we going to do about that? Oh no, they're not doing this, and they're not doing that, and they should do this, and they should do that. And that is not the purpose of the newscast for you. The purpose of the newscast for you is to give you awareness and understanding of what 3D Earth is currently doing. You, however, are a 5D being. So you raise your vibration as you're here distressing news. You raise your vibration to light that distressing news. I used the example of when our house had the big old plumbing problem, and we call it the calamity, quite endearingly, because it turned out to be really, really good for the house, really, really good for us, and that we got things taken care of. I mean, it looks beautiful now. And stuff I wouldn't have done, it got done. So you take that negative thing that you hear on the news or that you're experiencing in life, and you and you fill it with light. You're like, okay, take me on the journey of light. Don't take me on the journey of dark. Take me light. And it will shift that energy or manifest that energy into really good, positive stuff, like our calamity. So that's what you need to practice doing in this window that we're in right now, and it goes all the way into next year. We are able to really get our tasks of understanding down to a T, and that also eliminates karma, because now you've eliminated a 3D karma. And it's just like when you put a stone in the water. All right, you drop a pebble into the water and it ripples. So if you get that ripple, one ripple, and all those adjoining ripples deal with every life you have ever had that you didn't understand that subject. You only have to understand it once and then continue to act accordingly. So that's what you need to do. So let's do our thing, and let's understand that we are there was a little distraction there. Let's understand that we are doing our job. So let's do the light. So we're going to bring that golden light in, coming all the way down and out our feet, and all the way down, and then around the grid and back up and down. And up and down. And keep bringing that light, and don't let things distract you. Up and down. That's very good. Now we're going to bring it up the back, shower it out our crown chakra to all of our auras. So we're going to let it go into our root aura. All of those past lives, all those old experiences are now just going to get dumped. Good. And then we're going to do our sacral. And remember, Lord continues really into us learning how to shift those old belief systems into the light. This is the main job that we're having here on earth at this time. And then your solar plexus, where you show the true power of love. It is the most powerful thing there is. And then the heart, where we are that love. And the throat, where we express nothing but that light and that love. As we make this paradigm light, we are creating a light paradigm, because we are the cosmic beings that we've been looking for. And in your third eye, you know that. And you show that. And in your crown, you wear that. Because you are a little light seeker, changing the paradigm, shifting the light, and growing humanity as you grow. So I love you all, and I will see you next week, not at the lake. Bye-bye.